and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Oman Health Exhibition to feature over 150 exhibitors. Telecommunications Regulatory Authority issues licenses to 3 companies. Shabab Oman II heads to Cyprus. President Draupadi Murmu departs London after attending Queen's funeral. India's Jaishankar holds talks with UAE counterpart, reviews progress in bilateral partnership. Rajnath Singh calls on Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in Cairo. Gonzalez joins Argentina squad for friendlies. Oman chess players gear up for Asian Amateur Chess Championship in Muscat. Those are the headlines. Now for the local stories for the day. Committed to building an inclusive, accessible and high-quality healthcare ecosystem, the Sultanate of Oman has taken various initiatives to develop the industry. It has also been encouraging thought leadership forums that focus on innovation, excellence and raising the standards of efficiency in the sector. In line with the same, the Oman Health Exhibition and Conference is scheduled to take place on 26 to 28 September 2022 at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Centre in Hall Number 5. The event will be inaugurated by His Highness Syed Fahar bin Fateh bin Fahar Al Said. The event, organized by Connect, Oman Exhibitions Organizing Company LLC, and conducted in partnership with Oman's Ministry of Health, will be supported by the Directorate General of Pharmaceutical Affairs and Drug Control, the Directorate General of Quality Assurance Centre, and Directorate General of Private Health Establishments. Co-located at the event will be the Oman Health Conference organized by the Oman Medical Association, which is accredited by the Oman Medical Specialty Board and CPD certification. Cigna, the renowned healthcare and insurance company, will be the silver sponsor for the event. The timings for the exhibition are from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., while the conference will follow a predefined agenda from 9 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. on all 3 days. The exhibition has registered over 150 local and international exhibitors and expects to welcome more than 5,000 visitors. Meanwhile, a key highlight of the exhibition is MOH's booth number 1018, which will target innovative solutions impacting healthcare. DGQAC is continuously raising the quality of healthcare services and patient safety in all institutions of the MOH by strongly adhering to international standards. A vital factor complementing the system for continuous improvement was the innovation section. The IAS will continue to play a key role in building the innovation management framework that will encourage unique projects and entrepreneurship in MOH. With a forward-looking agenda, the event is geared at promoting cooperation between individuals and institutions while further encouraging innovation in areas of technology, education and policy making. Entry to the exhibition and conference is free of charge. A license for postal and related services activities has been granted to 3 more companies, 2 of which are international and 1 is local, Telecommunications Regulatory Authority said. A statement issued online by TRA said the following. The authority issues a license for postal services and related services to international companies of foreign investment and a local company classified under the category of small and medium enterprises, which are iMile, Mandubkam and Safeway Express Cargo. The number of licensed postal companies is currently 40. The objectives of the licenses issued by the authority are as follows. To compete to provide better services in the postal services sector, provide options for beneficiaries, keep pace with the growth in e-commerce, provide permanent and temporary job opportunities and training opportunities. The Royal Navy of Oman vessel Shabab Oman II has left the Republic of Malta for the Republic of Cyprus on its 6th international voyage, Oman, the Land of Peace. The Royal Navy of Oman vessel Shabab Oman II leaves the port of Valletta in the Republic of Malta, heading to the port of Limassol in the Republic of Cyprus on its way back to the Sultanate of Oman on its 6th international voyage, Oman, the Land of Peace, the Ministry of Defence said in a statement. Those are the local stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with international news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. President Draupadi Murmu left London after attending Queen Elizabeth's funeral on Monday. She was among 500 others from nearly 200 countries and territories present at the funeral, even as a large number of UK residents formed a beeline to pay their last respects to the Queen. She joined King Charles III and other members of the royal family to commemorate the late Queen's life. The President arrived in London late on Saturday. The President's plane took off at 8:20 p.m. local time, few hours after the end of the late Queen's funeral service. President Murmu was among many world leaders in attendance for the funeral, even as King Charles III and other members of the British royal family walked behind the Queen's coffin during the procession. Crowds watched as the state heirs passed through London, with some throwing flowers in the direction of the convoy. Murmu was accompanied by Foreign Secretary Vinay Kwatra during the funeral ceremony. She concluded a 3-day visit on Monday and will return to India on Tuesday morning. Queen Elizabeth II died on September 8th at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. It is the first state funeral in the UK since Winston Churchill since 1965. The coffin of Queen Elizabeth II was lowered into Royal Vault at Windsor Castle in London on Monday after the committal service. A state funeral means that the UK government has officially declared the day of the funeral as a bank holiday. President Murmu arrived in London to attend Queen Elizabeth II's state funeral on September 17th and offered condolences on behalf of the Government of India. To review the gamut of bilateral strategic partnership between the two nations, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held discussions with the UAE Foreign Minister Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan and appreciated his insights on the global situation. Kicking off a jam-packed diplomatic week in New York ahead of the United Nations General Assembly meeting, Jaishankar held a set of bilateral talks with the counterparts in the Balkans, Europe and the Caribbean, Middle East and Asia. As part of his diplomatic meetings in the US, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar participated in a trilateral ministerial meeting of India, UAE, France with his counterparts and exchanged ideas between the strategic partners. EM Jaishankar arrived on Sunday for the high-level meeting of the United Nations General Assembly and is likely to meet United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres and several heads of state later this week. Over the course of the week, Jaishankar is scheduled to have more than 50 official engagements, including bilateral, plurilateral and multilateral meetings. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh called on the President of Egypt Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in Cairo on Monday, according to an official statement. Both leaders agreed to develop military cooperation further and focus on joint training, defense co-production and maintenance of equipment, a Defense Ministry release said. The Raksha Mantri was received very warmly by President al-Sisi, who pointed out that bilateral relations between India and Egypt are well established through history. He expressed appreciation that military-to-military cooperation between the two countries has reached a new level and the signing of MOU and defense cooperation is a major achievement, the statement read. Rajnath Singh paid a 3-day visit to Egypt starting on Sunday to further extend defense cooperation between the two countries. Both leaders agreed to develop military cooperation further and focus on joint training, defense co-production and maintenance of equipment. They emphasized the need for co-production and to discuss specific proposals in that regard. Shri Rajnath Singh expressed appreciation for the firm stand taken by Egypt against terrorism. President Sisi emphasized that there is need for India and Egypt to exchange expertise and best practices in countering the threat of terrorism, the statement further read. Defense Minister also acknowledged that Egypt is among the most important trading partners of India in Africa and that bilateral trade has expanded significantly. He noted with satisfaction the close cooperation in multilateral forums between India and Egypt. Rajnath Singh conveyed his best wishes for the successful hosting of COP27 in November 2022 as per the statement. Egypt is one of the largest investment destinations for India in the region with an existing Indian investment of USD $3.15 billion. Indian companies continue to execute several projects in Egypt. Moreover, to bolster defense cooperation between the two countries, a team of the Indian Air Force arrived in Egypt on June 22nd to participate in bilateral tactical leadership program with the Egyptian Air Force. Those were the international stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with sports news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket, now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the sports news. Fiorentina forward Nicolas Gonzalez has been drafted into Argentina's squad for friendlies against Honduras and Jamaica, the South American country's football association said on Monday. The 24-year-old was left out of the Albiceleste's provisional squad last week because of a heel injury. But he made a scoring return in the Viola's 2-0 home victory over Hellas Verona in Italy's Serie A on Sunday. Argentina will meet Honduras in Miami on September 23rd and Jamaica in New York 4 days later. The Albiceleste will have one more friendly against the United Arab Emirates in Dubai on November 16th before the World Cup begins in Qatar on November 20th. The two-time world champions have been drawn in Group C alongside with Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland. With less than 10 days to go, the national chess squad is under an intensive training preparatory program ahead of 2021-2022 Asian Amateur Chess Championship, which will run in Muscat during September 29th until October 6th at the Sultan Qaboos Sports Complex in Bosher. As many as 20 players from national chess team began their final preparatory program in Al-Amal Club under watchful eyes of the Yemeni head coach Bashir Al-Kudemi. The training camp will end on September 27th. The training sessions are open for all the team members, including junior, senior and women categories in the evening session. Each session will last for a period of 4 hours daily. The goal of the training program is to enhance the technical performance of the players, also to assist them in developing critical thinking capacity of the squad members and solve the common mistakes which may occur in the game, the head coach said. The camp witnessed practicing the players on different techniques and strategies. The head coach focused in the previous session on providing a detailed analysis on the players' performance during the previous participation in the regional and international events. As many as 186 players from 21 countries confirmed their participation in the Asian Amateur Tournament, which is under organization of Oman Chess Committee in cooperation with the Asian Chess Federation. The participating players are from Bahrain, India, Iran, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, Malaysia, Pakistan, the Philippines, Palestine, Qatar, Sri Lanka, Tajikistan, Syria, the United Arab Emirates, Yemen and the host Sultanate of Oman. Those are all the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.